Hi, I'm Bence, and I wanted to show you a couple things that I've been experimenting with. I'm the guy who makes Spelunky, and somebody recommended possibly making trees on the outside of the screen so that you wouldn't need ropes to ascend as much on the outside of the screen. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Is that possible? Is it possible to place entities outside of the screen? And the answer is yes. So here's a couple of tree trunk entities that I've placed outside. And obviously they're staying there. They're working as tree trunks, so you can climb them. You can also bomb them and get through there. So it seems like you should be able to exceed the normal sizes of the screens. So I thought a little more, and I looked around a little more, and thought, let's take a look at some other parts. So I did more over here. I put more tree trunks in, and saw that it was possible to go off the screen entirely. Like so. So here I'm hanging on outside the screen, hanging on to the tree trunks from the outside, and I can come back in. Now what you started to see there with the number was the main problem, or advantage of going offside the screen, is that you're going to die if you stay off screen for too long. So this is just like what you would see in co-op when somebody has gone off too far away from the flag and they stay there, then they die. It's just a generic death. So let's try that one more time, but instead of hanging on, let's try dropping down. And as you might be able to guess, this is the abyss type death. So you can go down there as much as you want, but then if you drop down, or fall down, or whatever, then it's the abyss, just like in the ice caves. There it is. And something's weird is going on with the camera, making it all black. Don't know what that is. So much for tree trunks. Let's try one other thing. I got Frozlunky here. Sasha Vall's great program, Frozlunky. Everybody should be using it. If you're not using it, I don't know why you're watching this video. And let's try this. Instead of tree trunks now, I replaced all the entities with water. And as we all know, when editing a map and you put water in there, when you put water on a map, a water entity, or a water tile for that matter, but I used water entities here. Oh, this is bad. When you put a water entity over a tile, it erases it. So here I've erased everything outside the map. Now, if you look in the XML code that the map is made up of, that's the .xml file that Frozlunky uses and that Spelunky generates, you'll see the entity has an X and a Y. Every entity does. And so what I did was I went into the XML file and I edited the X and Y to move this item off the map. With Frozlunky, you can just place things within the map, but if you edit the XML directly, you can change those numbers to whatever you want. So here I replaced all the tree trunks with water, and most of it, when it wasn't contained, it went off screen, which opened up the field for me to jump around outside. So here we are. The one interesting thing I found, this block is an unbreakable block, and one of the interesting things I found is that even though you can hang onto it when it's on screen, you can't hang on to it from off screen. So there I just did the walkover where you grab it from outside, and instead of grabbing it, just the character just fell straight down. So that's the first thing. The other thing that's interesting is that you can place bombs when you're off screen. Let me bring back the tree trunks to prove that. You can place bombs while you're off screen, and those will explode. But you cannot place... But you can't place ropes, or at least ropes aren't effective. When you try to place a rope, the sound happens, the sound effect. So I'm going to go off here, climb up a little bit, and place a rope. There I tried to grab onto it, but nothing happened. And now I'm standing over on another tree trunk. Now I'm falling into the abyss. I placed another tree trunk outside of the zone. So the ropes don't seem to work exactly right, but they do work if you're launching them from inside. It's just if you're launching a rope from outside, then it does not seem to work very well. The rope doesn't seem to take effect. Bombs work just fine, though. So let me end with a little bit of Super Mario Bros. Action. Everybody remembers Super Mario Bros. 1-2, where if you get above the bricks at the top, you can run around left and right and get to the warp zone. I don't think Spelunky has a warp zone, at least not yet. Maybe that's the worm. But you can get up to the top and you can run around. It's all just the same regular physics, even up there. Like I said, you can place bombs here. Boom. So, this is the experiment and the work that I've done looking at this so far. I plan to incorporate some of this into Spelunky, at least being able to make the map a little bigger. And hopefully this is an interesting feature, little undocumented feature, that some map makers might be able to use in the future for some of their puzzles running around off screen. So anyway, like I said, this is Bence, and I'm really happy to be working on Spelunky and glad that some people are enjoying it. So please leave me a comment here with anything that relates to going off screen, and visit my Spelunky page. I'm going to post the link to Spelunky and the map that I'm using here, my test map for going off screen. I'm going to post that in the description below. So just look at that and feel free to reach out to me on Reddit or here with anything that you have. I'll be on Reddit a lot more than on YouTube, as you might notice this is my only video. So, thank you, and I hope that y'all have a great day.